What's up, fans? Sydney Colson here. Super excited to be in Indy. Cannot wait to see y'all in Cambridge season.
No one wants to play for the Indiana Fever. That's what Sheryl Swoopes and other Caitlin Clark critics have been saying for months, but earlier this week two-time WNBA champion Sydney Colson arrived in Indiana with a message that shattered that narrative completely.
I'm super excited about it. I'm going from a team that was in the media, like people are excited to watch us, into another team that is arguably the most talked about team in sports right now, especially in women's sports. So this fan base, it's exciting to be a part of a team that has a lot of positive energy around it.
From the moment she held up her new Fever jersey to her enthusiastic appearance at the Pacers game, Colson's first day with the team was a direct slap in the face to everyone who doubted this franchise, and what she said at her press conference, it might be the most powerful defense of Clark we've heard from a veteran player. Yet are you ready? Let's.
Oh girl, I'm gonna put on some other clothes. Oh, dope. I thought I saw a reflection when I was coming across the street. I'm like, wait a minute. Hey, what up, baby? How are you? Long time no see. It's been a month.
Remember when Sheryl Swoopes claimed nobody wants to play for the Fever? Well, Sydney Colson just blew that narrative to smithing, and her first day in Indiana tells a completely different story. The moment Sydney walked through those doors at the Fever facility, the atmosphere instantly transformed. The viral arrival video captured by the team showed teammates and staff rushing to welcome her with genuine excitement and open arms. This wasn't some staged PR stunt. You could see the authentic joy radiating from everyone in the building as they embraced their newest teammate.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Lexi,
what's up, baby?
Oh, it's good to see you.
You too. How are you?
Good. How are you?
What's up, baby?
How are you?
I'm good. Good to see you. What up, babe?
Who let you in here?
Man, how are you? Good to see you.
What up, too?
How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
I heard bad things about you from AJ.
Horrible. You know me.
Oh, geez, right there. Oh, geez.
How you doing? I'm
How you
Dave.
doing? I'm Susie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Already met. Okay, we're all good.
What makes this even more significant is the stark contrast between this warm welcome and the harsh criticism we've heard from Swoopes and other detractors who claimed established veterans would run for the hills rather than play alongside Caitlin Clark. The footage tells a completely different story, one of unity and anticipation for what's to come.
The jersey. Aww. Dope. Yes. It's so weird to see yourself in new colors. I love it. I love it. I love it. What's this?
Definitely makes it you Fever. No, I wish you had one.
You should have seen Sydney's face when she first laid eyes on her new Fever jersey. The pride and excitement were undeniable as she held it up, beaming from ear to ear while expressing her love for those new team colors. It wasn't just about wearing another uniform. You could tell this moment represented something much deeper for her. A new chapter, a fresh opportunity, and yes, the chance to be part of something special brewing in Indiana. Her interactions with Fever staff members were equally telling. General Manager Amber Cox didn't mince words when she stated, "I think she's going to bring a lot of joy to our lives this season."
She was somebody we targeted really, really early to come in and play that backup point guard role. We have ultimate faith and trust in her in any situation that we put her in. She's going to be able to lead our team. And obviously, great personality as well, brings a lot of fun and levity to the locker room. Again, that experience, knows when we need which side, right? Like the serious, the tough veteran leadership versus the, fun, playful Sid. So I think she's going to bring a lot of joy to all of our lives this season.
Immediate chemistry Sydney displayed with everyone she encountered speaks volumes about the culture being built within this organization, one that stands in direct opposition to the negative narratives being pushed by certain former players. What's particularly interesting is how quickly Sydney's arrival video took off across social media. The Fever's metrics showed the post absolutely exploded, garnering thousands of likes and retweets within hours. Fans weren't just celebrating a new player signing, they were rallying around Sydney's genuine enthusiasm about joining this team. That kind of authentic connection can't be manufactured, and it's precisely what makes the critics' claims look increasingly desperate and out of touch.
I think when we set out in free agency, it was to bring in veteran leadership, and we've done that. Players who have had deep playoff runs, we've done that. You look at a player like Sydney Colson, coming off what she's been able to do in Vegas, dating back to her, championship in Texas A&M. She's a winner, knows how to win, knows how to play a role. So she was somebody we targeted really early, but, just looking down the line in free agency, just really excited. When the plan comes together, you feel really good about it. Again, it looks great on paper. We got to get everybody on the court, but overall, really excited about the roster.
But Sydney didn't just show up for the cameras. Her first workout with the team demonstrated exactly why the Fever sought her out from day one. She brought an elite level of commitment, showcasing her skills and infectious energy that reinforced exactly why they needed her veteran presence. This wasn't someone begrudgingly joining a team. This was a player who couldn't wait to get started.
A lot of things. It was Amber and Kelly, Stephanie, Kelsey I played with at Athletes Unlimited for several years. Love Caitlin's game, love Aaliyah's game. It made sense. I made this decision mentally before DB and Natasha were even a part of the mix. And so all the new additions, Breezy, Sophie, it's going to be a fun season. And
what makes Sydney's arrival even more significant is the timing. Here's what most people don't realize. Sydney made her decision to join the Fever before other stars like Natasha Howard and Dananna Borner signed. This wasn't a case of following the crowd or jumping on a bandwagon. She chose Indiana because she wanted to be there. Regardless of who else might join the roster afterward, the critics who claimed veterans would avoid Indiana at all costs have some serious explaining to do now. Not only did Sydney actively choose to join the Fever, but her genuine excitement about the opportunity completely contradicts the negative narrative surrounding Clark in this franchise.
So here she is. This is guard Sydney Colson. She is joining the Fever following 3 seasons with the Las Vegas Aces. That is where she helped the team win back-to-back WNBA titles in 2022 and 23.
Those critics weren't just wrong about Sydney joining Indiana, they were dead wrong about what she'd say once she got there. During her first press conference with the Fever, Sydney Colson had the perfect opportunity to offer a diplomatic, lukewarm response about Caitlin Clark. Instead, what came out of her mouth sent shockwaves through the basketball world.
Is it like to watch what Caitlin did for this franchise from afar? Different perspective.
Yeah, no, it was nuts. There's no other way to say it. It was nuts. I think, you're seeing a team that's now affecting the economy in the city. You got people coming from out of town, out of state, out of the country, maybe even to see games. And so that's special.
You've been studying.
Huh?
You've been studying those studies.
Yeah, man, I try to pay attention, but no, it's been cool to see. Caitlin's a remarkable player. She's going to be good here for a long time. So I know people are excited about, her future here.
The scene at the Indiana Fever press room was electric. Journalists packed in tightly, cameras ready, all waiting for the veteran champion to potentially validate the narrative that established players resent Clark's spotlight. The tension in the room was palpable for months. Critics like Cheryl Swoops had pushed the idea that veterans would feel uncomfortable with all the attention focused on a rookie. This was the moment of truth.
Stephanie just talked to me about how she saw me fitting in as a piece on court for the team, and that was really important to me. Like you said, I've been in the league. This is my 14th season out of college, and I've never been considered a lot in free agency, and so for her to see my value, it meant a lot. How she was, working me in to be a part of the team, and I said I want to play on court more in my last couple seasons in the league if I have that. So this was just the right fit.
When a reporter finally asked the question everyone was waiting for, what did Sydney really think about Clark's impact on Indianapolis and the WNBA, you could hear a pin drop. Sydney didn't hesitate. With complete authenticity and a hint of amazement in her voice, she delivered the 3 words that would completely dismantle the hater narrative. It was nuts.
What do you see your role being with this team then, given the roster that you're coming into?
I think similar to other places where I've been, I'm bringing veteran leadership, knowledge, energy, swinging the defensive momentum, and just being that person that's dependable. And I'm going to always come in and do my job, and I'm going to be happy in my role, and I'll thrive, whether it's 8 minutes, if it's 15 minutes, if it's 2 minutes. I'm going to play hard and get everybody involved, and I want to win ultimately.
The room shifted. This wasn't the reluctant acceptance many expected. Sydney's body language told the real story. She was genuinely enthusiastic, leaning forward in her seat, gesturing with confidence as she expanded on her answer. There wasn't a hint of resentment in her demeanor. Instead, her expressions conveyed unmistakable respect for what Clark has accomplished. Sydney went even further, describing the economic impact Clark has had on Indianapolis, bringing fans not just from around the city but out of town, out of state, out of the country. She described this phenomenon with a sense of pride, not jealousy. This wasn't a veteran begrudgingly accepting a rookie's popularity, this was a champion embracing it.